Thank the Speaker. Thank my friend from Wisconsin for making those really important points. I think the commentary by one of the Republican candidates for president, former governor of South Carolina, I think it was a mistake. As another candidate, the governor of Florida, pointed out, anonymous individuals were key to the founding of the United States. The authors of the Federalist Papers, many of our key founding members, wrote anonymously to put out ideas into the public domain and have the government think that they should step in and to censor free speech because they think it might be something that is expedient to achieve other aims which I share, about trying to ensure that we don't have vitriol being shared in the domain and social media, and making sure that we do not pollute the minds of our young. We can achieve focusing on protecting our young and protecting the world against the scourge of these electronic devices and social media without trampling the very free speech that helped found this country. It's a mistake to do that. It's a mistake to empower government over the minds of man, as founder Thomas Jefferson pointed out in saying that he would swear eternal hostility over the mind of men. The fact of the matter is, the republic is in trouble. This country is in trouble, and the time for excuses is over. No more excuses. No more excuses from my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, but most importantly of all, no more excuses from my colleagues on this side of the aisle. We have had a tumultuous year of sorts, but in the eyes of the American people, they've been watching from afar, wondering when this body, the People's House, will stand up in defense of the people who send us here. When are we going to do what we said we would do? When are we going to stand athwart and stop the reckless spending that is bankrupting a country that can no longer issue debt without having Moody's downgrade our rating, without having a treasury auction that is a borderline failure just last week because the people around the world no longer believe in American debt? Because we are now spending so much money and we have so much debt. We have more debt than we've ever had in the history of mankind. We have more debt than we had at the end of World War II after we exercised wars in 2 theaters to free this world of tyranny. And if we have to exercise our defense against foreign enemies today, and we have to ratchet up more spending to defend not just our country, but to defend the very freedoms under which we operate, we don't have the resources to do it. We don't have the supply chains to do it, because we're sitting around here twiddling, talking about setting up offices of equity. That's what we're doing. And my colleagues on this side of the aisle utterly refuse to actually do what they say they do when they're going to go campaign against critical race theory and diversity, equity, inclusion, and campaign against Mayorkas, and campaign against open borders. And what do? They come into this chamber and they vote down amendment after amendment after amendment to cut spending and to stop funding the very bureaucrats that are undermining the freedom of this country.